Hello everyone, welcome to algorithm number 9. Okay, this is gonna be as the striker of our team. It's a really new metric that we are developing into the market. But first of all, remember, please, if you are a soccer traditionalist, stop reading there. That's all good. You close the window and that's it. Let's move on to the algorithm number 9, where we are forecasting or predicting the ELO algorithm. Okay, we try to estimate what's the future trajectory introducing the metric expected ELO. Okay, as you can see here, we already discussed about measuring with one number the performance of a player, but we could do much more on this. Okay, if we try to expect or do a forecasting about which should be the future forecast of the player, we are giving a much more information. This is the expected ELO for a selected time period, but not also on that you have the minimum expected ELO in a bad scenario and the maximum expected ELO. Okay, so based on that, you do have all the intervals of confidence and which is the ELO you recommend. But the most important thing is to focus on the global tendency, that this means the difference between the pattern and the noise. So if we move on to other objective, we want to go to long-term investment. We want to focus on the future, not only on the present. As you know, the present of today is the need of tomorrow. So we want to solve the needs of the future. So for that, we are speaking about predicting which is the best trajectory should be taken for a club or for a player. Also not that, also focus on the contextual and tactical fit, okay? The alignment and try to match the projected ELOs also with timing. If you are signing with good players but they are very young, you don't want to have it in your team until they develop very good. So you can buy it and put them on loan, and after that coming back to your club. No, so these are like the identifying the optimal transfer window based on the projected ELO. No, if we want to maximize performance, maybe it's not really good to buy young players. We could have other type of players and get the young on loan and bring it back in a future when they create it. And of course, not all the players are developing on the same way. So for that, we are doing a lot of clusterization analysis in order to detect the different type of players. And this is really scalable system that we do have. If we compare the old way of doing things against the new way, we see that at the past, performance judged only by the past or the present stats. Nobody wants to speak about the future performance. That's what we are doing with our personalized models. The generic rating system doesn't know anything about context. No, with the ELO system, we adjust everything to the league, to the position, to the age, to the type of matches. We take everything into account. We follow some FIFA recommendations that they did for the ELO team algorithm, and based on that, we create the decisions. Now, as we see here, in the past, the decisions were made after the player increase or decline his performance, but on the other way, we try to identify when is the optimal exit or the optimal renewal for the upcoming ELO. No, if maybe we see that a player has reached his maximum ELO, we don't need that player anymore, and we want to sell it, okay? Or if we see that a player is quite close to the minimum expected ELO, this should be that he will be increasing in the future. So if we continue with that, we see this in a really graphic way. For example, this is the expected possible change after moving a player from one team to another. It could go to plus less 50. Okay, this is just an example, and the solution should be, okay, if I allocate player A in team X, this is expecting a 43 of growth. If I change the team, this should change to another thing. Okay, so this is also using the bad transition coefficient and we can see the expected tendency. Also here, we give the prediction median and also the confidence intervals, okay? The IQR, we are giving this in real time, not like after every match. It's different as the market value that you saw, that this was only focusing on the transfer windows. This is focusing on the whole season, okay? Maybe for this player should be a good decision to sell him, as he's just decreasing the expected performance, okay? And this is a simulation of how is the projected ELO trajectory. With the technical description and the algorithm, we are not going to enter a lot of this in detail. As you know, this is the same formula for the ELO, but using some predictive analytics, okay? But based on this performance. This is one of the most difficult algorithms for us, speaking totally honest, because as we explained in the past, our formulas has these coefficients alpha, beta, and gamma that it's maximizing with what is giving points to the system right now, like to the game style. For example, if now is high pressing, our system is going to punctuate the high pressing. So with the expected ELO, as we don't know how football is going to evolve in the future, we are not getting the best results in expected ELO. Of course, we do have better expected ELO in short term, but in long term, it's quite difficult to predict how football is going to evolve. However, this is a trial and error, mistake, and improving, and this is the optimal way of doing it. But this is the good thing of football. If not, it wouldn't be that funny if we could predict everything. With this way, we create the algorithm and some of the insights. I think you already know which insight could be like, okay, I'm gonna know how a player is going to perform in the future with a high level of confidence, okay? This for the sport director is to ensure like which are the undervalued stars that maybe some competitors they don't know. Also for the analysts, they could quantify what's the track or the path of the development of a player, for the scouting team to develop good possible tracks, possible paths in our team. So this has a lot of real life application that our algorithm is giving the solution. So if we wanna do some discussion about this, we are seeing players that for example the release clause is very low and they are performing really good, so we can go for it. There you go. Like this is the most important thing for this is connecting with the graph and with the low boundaries and upper boundaries, okay? And this is, remember that football is simple and you should know the end, because we have been a lot of algorithms together. We don't buy players, we build teams, okay? Thank you so much for your time. See you in the next algorithm.